Hello everybody, welcome to Wednesday morning. I'm hoping everybody's well and safe. Doing what you can if you're in Victoria, enjoying your little bit of freedom if you're outside of Victoria. Though I understand there's some people that are not got as much, or they've got more freedom than Victoria, but not as much as some other states. Hi everybody. So I wanted to actually start off today because I usually ask what they want me to talk to you about to start off with before I start actually answering questions. And they really wanted me to talk to you today about the importance of resting. And I'm talking about the way of when you've had a healing, when you've had a reading, when you've had any kind of coaching, when you've had any kind of body work, massage work, any kind of energetic work, any kind of shifting and moving when it comes to your mind and comes to your spirit and comes to your outer brains, or as I call them, your subconscious, your unconscious, and your subconscious, and also your superconscious. Whenever you have those kind of shifts, your physical body is always the last thing to shift. The physical body is always the last thing for it to flow through. And this is why I say to my clients and customers all the time, please make sure you have a lot of water after you have a healing with me. Even a reading one-on-one session with me, whether it's Zoom or whether it's like face-to-face. At the moment, I only can do Zoom. It's amazing what happens in that space, and it's amazing what upgrades, what energy shifting you can have with just from a reading. Yeah. And it's really important to allow yourself that downtime, to make sure you're drinking water, look after yourself, have some salt baths, really look after your energy system after you have a healing space, because if you don't, you can get really bad headaches, you can feel really crap. It can be so much more of a process for your body to go through, and you can feel like real crap. So I really suggest making sure that you actually give yourself that time. I usually find, for me, it's usually about 2 or 3 days if I've done something huge. Or if I find that if I'm doing, because I look after myself, I clear stuff of myself, I do my own healings. I go to people when I feel within myself that it's time to get some help with something. I talk to people, I go to healings, I go to sessions, I do all of that. And I find it's like 2 or 3 days. Some days it's like, sometimes it's really simple and I just go through it really smoothly. Other times it can actually really knock me about, and I can have 2 or 3 days where I just, want to lay in bed, and I'll get cold sores, and I'll feel really crap in my body. But it's like I really needed that downtime, and it's like once I come out of that downtime, oh my goodness, my clarity is so much clearer. The information comes through so much smoother. I connect so much easier. It just becomes like second nature to me. It's just like breathing. And in order to have your upgrades to get to the level that you want, whether it's, to do more readings, whether it's to understand your intuition, whether it's to trust yourself, whether it's to whatever your goal is, you've got to ask for the goal and you've got to work towards it, but also allowing the universe to bring the people and the teachers to you that are going to actually change what they need to change and get your energy system right. So you can actually get to that point where you just wake up one morning and you're like, oh, that's new, and it's just so easy for you. So yeah, it's really important to give yourself that downtime. I've definitely been doing it. So I'm going to have a look at emails first because I always start with emails. Unfortunately, I don't have a huge time this morning, but I've got about half an hour or so. Let's have a look at some questions. So the first one is from Emma. Any direct messages from spirit guides and any negative attachments? I'm going to answer the first question first. So any direct messages from spirit guides? Emma, it feels like to me that there's a massive push on you, and I think this is where you're feeling that, because the next part of your question is there any negative attachments? I think this is where you're feeling there's a push, and maybe taking it as a negative attachment, because the other side's really pushing you, it feels, in order to trust. It feels like they're really pushing you to dive really deep into a part of yourself that's like really scares the crap out of you, that's really um that's really like a really deep, feels like a really deep inner child piece where you have not been able to trust, or you've stopped trusting, which has created like a lack of safety in your system. You know, guys, this is what I deal with when it comes to coaching, when it comes to healings, when it comes to anything like that. Developing safety is one of the most fundamental things that needs to be created in your body. If you don't feel safe in your body, if you don't feel safe in the outside world, if you don't feel safe with the people around you or even with yourself, not much else works. it's like you're just walking around in a dark room, like, you know, you're just hoping you don't hit yourself on furniture, or hurt yourself. But it's like walking around in a dark room, and it just, without that safety within your system, it's just frustrating and it's hard. But Emma, it feels to me like you're really being pushed to deep dive into finding out how to trust yourself really deeply, and to find that safety within yourself. But it feels like that's where the negative attachments are coming from, because it's somewhere that you don't want to go to. And you know what? I do look. I've got the pen. I've got the t-shirt, because I'm exactly the same. Sometimes when it comes to really deep stuff that's really scary to you, it can feel really overwhelming to actually go and actually check it out. But it's amazing what you'll actually get from that space, and how it's not as scary as you thought. Um, I tend to be, let's fix this and let's get this done, and then I shit my pants. But I still go through it. But Emma, yeah, if you're needing help with that, just reach out. You know that I can help you out with that. But it feels like you're really being pushed to deeply trust yourself. I don't feel any negative attachments around. I just feel like this is a push that's been happening for a long time, or wanting to get you to a point where you're needing to trust and develop that safety deeper. Hi, Lynn. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, which is Sachin. I apologize. I've let people know that I am not the best people with pronouncing names, so I do apologize if I haven't got it right. But good morning. Talia, I think it is. Good morning. A few months ago, I lost my dad very suddenly. Oh, babe, my heart goes out to anybody that loses parents, like especially this time of Corona and everything as well. But anytime you lose a loved one, it just breaks you. It just breaks you, and I'm just sending you so much love, and I'm so sorry to hear that you lost your dad suddenly. And I think it's more of a shock when you lose him suddenly. And I keep getting a feeling he's trying to contact me. Is there a way I can reach out and hear him? Blessings, Talia. Oh. Talia, it feels like to me, when I'm looking into your dad, it feels like to me that the suddenness of his passing was even a very big shock to his whole system as well, like not just physically but energetically, spiritually, like a big shock to his system. Um, and it feels like to me that he's not, like, sometimes when I'm trying to explain, so because I'm looking into it, I'm also trying to explain, doing two things at once. So sometimes when I look at people that have passed, sometimes you can see that they're fully crossed over and everything's like really smooth for them, and they've just crossed over and it's really lovely. Other times when I look into them, it's like some of them sort of get stuck between the spiritual world and the human world, and it's like they're stuck in that space a little bit, and they need a little bit of help to be popped through. Sometimes they just get on the other side and they get very discombobulated, very confused, very overwhelmed, because they don't realize they're dead. Some people are not impressed that they are dead, and some people can get very angry, and other ones just like, oh, let's bring this on, let's go. Talia, it feels like the suddenness of his death also shocked him, and it feels like he hasn't fully crossed over yet. And I think that's one of the reasons why he's trying to contact you, is because it's like he feels like he's a little bit stuck in that limbo space. Um, he's fine. Like I'm looking into him. He's totally fine. It's just like he just needs that little bit of help to be pushed through. So I'm calling on the spiritual help to help push to help push him through onto the other side, very smoothly and gently for him. But it feels like he's just a little bit stuck, which is not helpful for him either. So I'm going to ask for the spiritual help to actually help him. It feels like that's going to be like within the next couple of days. I know we're on a full moon at the moment in Australia. I just looked at the time. It's 11:11. Ooh, big shifting. But yeah, it feels like this full moon's going to actually help him move through as well. Talia, it also feels like you've been going through a little bit of like a heady space, like a necky, shouldery, heady space, like a little bit maybe headaches, third eye, ears, shoulders, that kind of stuff, tension, that kind of stuff. It's all designed there to actually help you have that little bit of an upgrade in order for you to be able to me, it feels like it's more feeling, that you are a feeler. So some people go, I need to see, but you're not a seer, you're a hearer. You're not a seer, you're a feeler. So you're definitely a feeler, Talia, and it feels like to me that once he's on the other side, he'll be able to communicate with you a lot smoother through feeling. Um, it even feels like to me that he'll be able to touch you and you'll get goosebumps type thing. It's like he'll be able to touch you. And they're also saying to me that there'll be a certain smell. There's a certain smell that there's a certain smell that when you smell it, it reminds you of him. And it's like that smell, but he'll be able to communicate a lot better when he's popped onto the other side. But it feels like it's going to be like 2 or 3 days of him working that space out, but he's going to get the spiritual help he needs. Once again, my heart goes out to you, babe. I'm my deepest condolences and sympathies to you and your family. And your dad's actually going to be pretty good on the other side. He's actually a beautiful, gentle soul that you actually had a good relationship, it feels like. And it'll just take him a little bit to navigate the other side, but we've asked for the help now, so to help him to pop through. But Talia, just be gentle with all of this that's going on. Lots of water. As I said, rest at the beginning of the live. Resting is just so important, because it allows that the upgrading and the process to happen, because it's got to go through your physical body. But I'm sending you so many blessings too, and so much love, Talia. Renee. Hi, my name's Renee and I'm a mum of 3, well done, and a nurse. Hat off to you, babe. My question is with work-life balance at the moment. It is difficult and I wanted to look into doing something different to be home with the kids. Yep. I'm looking at making candles as as it is therapeutic. Would this be a good career change for me? Renee, it feels like it's really time for you to have a change. It feels like the kids really need to see more of you and have more of you. It feels like you have trouble disconnecting from that nurse space. When you're going into that nurse space, it feels like you have trouble disconnecting in it. As much as you sort of try to leave work at work and come home and be with the kids. The kids are so clever and they're very much aware that your brain's still nursing, if that makes sense. But it also feels like the other side of this is that it's you're needing it. You're needing some downtime. You're needing some therapeutic time to yourself. And I know it's a little bit more tricky when you've got kids at home, but it feels like you can't keep caring for everyone when there's no balance there for yourself. I feel like making candles would actually make you feel good and enjoy it, though it also feels like you're going to get pretty bored with it after a while. I think you're going to be very good at it. Like there's like candle making. Look, people's candle making is tricky. The amount of people that I have that come and try to sell me candles, it's just horrendous. And it's very, very tricky to make candles. But I feel, Renee, that you're going to be able to get the balance right. You're going to be able to make beautiful candles. But I do feel like after a while it's actually going to get boring to you. But I feel like by the time it gets boring to you, there's going to be another option there and the kids are going to be happy for you to actually go in that option. They're not showing me what the option is, they're just saying there's going to be another option there because you actually have to do this little part and the kids need you at the moment. I hope that helps. So let's have a look. Hi, Brooke. Hi, Tina. Alana, how are you all? As I said, it's going to be a bit of a short one this morning. I've got calls to jump on after this. So let's have a look. I see colors during meditation and always experience if I'm traveling into space. Does this mean anything? So colors for people tend to mean that your third eye is doing what it needs to do. Some people see in colors, some people feel. It's like what I was saying before. Some people are so desperate to see the other side that they forget that they've got other abilities there of like feeling and hearing and sensing and smelling and that kind of stuff. The different colors to me, when you sit down and meditate, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name and I'm so sorry. The different colors to me, it looks like that when you connect into that space, it's like the different colors are showing you that you are connected into your third eye and that you are connected into your higher self. Yeah. And when you're traveling into space, sometimes it can mean that you are from a different realm. Like I look at people and I'm like, oh, you're not from this realm. You are not human. You are here experiencing a human journey, but you are not human. It's like I see people and they're from fish planets and they're from energy planets and they're from different planets, and I can actually see the difference in them. It feels like to me that you are from a different planet, and that's okay. Like you're just here doing a human journey. It just means that you're learning the human journey can be a little bit different to other people's, um, and that's okay. As in, if you've got a soul spirit that's just always been human, they walk in the world a little bit differently than somebody that's actually come from a different planet, actually walking a little bit differently. Hope that makes sense and doesn't freak anybody out. But I think it's really cool when I look at somebody and actually can see that they're from a different planet. Um, It also means too that they're showing you that you are able to visit different realms and you are able to create a wider space than most people can. Most people don't actually have the ability to do that so easily. So it's actually a beautiful gift that you're actually doing it so easily. Just keep going. Just allow yourself to explore it. Be open to it. I would always suggest making sure that you're in a protective space. So make sure that your house is saged. Make sure your house is gridded. Make sure that you've got your protection on. Put a big bubble around you, and then ask for the guides to be with you, angels to be with you as you're actually traveling. Because I feel like that actually allows you to expand your learning and knowledge, and that's actually a fantastic thing. Just keep going. But it feels like, as I said, as soon as you connect into those colors, it's actually showing me that you're connected into your third eye and you're actually aligning all your energy systems. Lynn, I'd like a new romantic relationship. Do you see one on the horizon? Yeah, it was a very quick yes. Very quick yes. Um, Very quick yes. Um, yeah, just there's nothing, I don't see much more in there. It's just like a very quick yes. I hope that helps, Lynn. Brooke, hi Julie. Wondering if Spirit has any messages for me today, please. Brooke. Uh, Brooke, what they're showing me is it's like you're standing there and it's like you've got a big crowd of people around you and you've got people trying to push through the crowd to try to get to you, which kind of shows to me that, to me it feels like there's a lot of focus on a lot of different other things, and it's like instead of actually focusing on one thing at a time and allowing that to completion, it feels like you're focusing on too many different things, and the right thing that you need to complete is not getting through. I hope that helps. Tina, do you see anything for me? Trina, I think it is Trina. Trina, can you actually hi Kathy, can you're most welcome. I'm so sorry I don't know how to pronounce your name. It's Sachin. You're most welcome. As I said, it's my bad. I'm really bad at pronouncing names. Um, Trina, I feel like there's a little bit more of a deeper question in there, like a bit more specific question that you want to ask. So if you could pop in the chat box exactly your question, because do you see anything for me is a very broad question. And I feel like they're directing you to ask like a deeper question. Sometimes we actually can get quite fearful of actually asking for what we want. And sometimes we'll ask all the other questions around the bush, as opposed to going, you know what, bang. So I invite you, Trina, to type in the chat box your exact question you want to ask, because I feel like there's another question there. Alana, hello. I'd love to know if there is any messages for me. The biggest one that just keeps coming through is just keep going. Just keep going. And they're showing me your ears. Like, I don't know, are you poking your ears? Are your ears like tingly? Are they like itchy? Are they irritated? They're showing me your ears too, which indicates to me that it feels like that energy system, that you know, chakra hearing space is going to be opening up, or is wakening up, or trying to clear out. You know, there's fantastic to do reflexology. Give them a nice massage, give them a pull. You know, our ears are very sensitive. They correlate to other parts in our body as well. So giving them a full massage and stuff. But it feels like your ears, Alana, which would also indicate to me too that there's other stuff in your body that you can't normally go and get fixed, or can't normally go and get loved up. So they're actually indicating too to also give your ears a massage, and that'll actually start moving stuff around in your body. Renee, thank you so much. You're most welcome, babe. I hope that helps. Hi, Kathy, Lynn, big hearts. Love to you back, babe. They're just saying yes and not saying anything more. I would actually enjoy the whole process of this new love interest coming. Madison, just checking in to see if there's anything you have for me. Feeling flat and need some direction. Madison, it feels like you haven't been moving your body very much. It feels like your physical body needs to be moving. So whether that's going for a walk, putting some music on, having some dancing, you know, YouTube. Oh my God, you can get so much shit on YouTube. You know, look up the yoga thing, look up breath work, look up, you know, a moving meditation, because you can even meditate through movement. Movement meditation is very strong with that, Madison. So look up YouTube and look up, you know, movement meditation, because it just feels like your body needs to be moving. And I'd really suggest that anytime you're feeling flat, you know, pop into breath work, pop into putting some music on and dance around and be a silly bugger, because it's amazing what that will actually do for you. I'd also invite you to be checking in on your energy levels. So out of 10, like close your eyes, say, okay, from 1 to 10, 10 being the most, yeah, you know, go out and kill it, to 0 being like, oh, you're feeling really flat and crap. Check in with yourself each day, and even keep a bit of a journal of what number pops into your head, and see if you can actually get that number. So if you're feeling really flat and you can only feel like a 2, see if you can actually breathe your energies up. I tend to like breathe my energies up. So breathe my energies up and actually see if I can actually get to, oh, that feels good. See if I can get to a number 3, maybe even a 4, and actually allow your body to move, Madison, because it just feels like it needs to move. It's like so needs to move. Brooke, that makes perfect sense. Yes. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Julie. Anything for me? I'm really curious, Kathy, of what's going on with your lower back, your tummy. It feels like you've got tummy, lower back stuff. That's my alarm to let me know that I don't have much time. It feels like, yeah, your back, your tummy stuff. I'm not sure what's going on with that. If you can just give me a little bit of a confirmation that there's something going on with that space, and let me know that I'm in the right direction. Anything for me? There's something going on with your mum. How's your mum, Kathy? It feels like, I don't know, if you're not being able to, I know we're freaking all over the joint with this corona stuff, but it feels like she's needing, you're not getting spending time with her enough, or needing some more time with her or something. There's something going on with mum that needs to be looked into. I'm curious if it's your back tummy stuff, or if it's mum's back tummy stuff. I'm not sure. If you can give me a bit of confirmation. Madison, thank you. Yes, I need to move. Oh my God, you so need to move. Moving is going to be a huge thing for you. Moving your body makes you feel good. It's just your body's feeling like crap and it's hurting because you haven't moved, but moving will actually make you feel good. Yes, Alana says, yes, I'm having sore ears lately. Yeah, it feels like that's relating to your body. like there's parts in your body that are needing some massaging out, like give it a pull, like really get in there and give it a pull. And I'd suggest making sure they're clean first. You don't want to be going into yucky ears. But it also, as I said, feels like there's something in relation into your actual physical body that your ears are going to be helping, but it also feels like there's ear chakra stuff clearing up and moving up in that space, Alana. Tracy, hi there, hun. Hi. I'm a bit overwhelmed about the alternative messages going on around about what is going on at the moment and why to do this with what to do with this pandemic. How do I process this? Yeah, a lot of people are feeling that way because people are starting to. No, let me reword that. First of all, Tracy, I really want to witness you in the fact that you're feeling overwhelmed. I think that's really important to just to let you know that I'm actually really witnessing you and feeling overwhelmed with the outside world. One of the biggest things to understand is that you can't control the outside world. You can only do your part. But it's also really important to make sure that you're feeling safe within yourself, making sure that you have your protection up, making sure that you're within your body, because it feels like to me, your physical body's here, but it feels like your energetic body's over there, like freaking out. It's having a freak out session running around in the world going, I don't know what to believe and I don't know what to do and I don't know, as opposed to bringing yourself all back into your physical body and dropping into your physical body and actually going, you know what? What do I need? What do I believe? Yeah, because it's really important to work out what you believe when you're in yourself, dropping into your heart, because what you believe is going to be totally different to the other 50 million opinions out there. And the reality of it is you've got no control over it. But being safe within yourself, when coming back to yourself into your body and actually coming back into your space and actually working out what you believe will actually help you so much. Yeah, I hope that helps, Tracy. I've been feeling a little bit the same. Like I've been having a little bit of pissy moments going, why the fuck are we in lockdown for? And the rest of the world is out having parties and being sort of let loose. I understand they're trying to keep everybody safe and they're trying to keep everybody and the health system and all that kind of stuff good. But the reality of it is, in my belief, Tracy, is this is a virus you can't run away from. Yeah, this is a virus you can't hide from. You're either going to get it or you're not going to get it. And you're either going to get sick from it or you're not going to get sick from it. It's like the common cold. You can't run away from the common cold. If you're meant to get that common cold, you're going to get that common cold. But I really want to, I feel this is really important, Tracy, that I am totally witnessing you in feeling overwhelmed. And I invite you to bring yourself back into your body. I invite you to feel all of your skin. I invite you to take yourself 2 or 3 layers within your system and allow yourself to sit back into your heart space, allow yourself to sit back into your tummy space, finding your safety and actually asking yourself, what is it that you believe? What is it that you need to do for you? Okay, so asking the right questions instead of being out there, bring yourself back to you. That'll help massively. So I just want to check in with Trina because I've only got a couple more minutes and then I'm got to head off. Got a buzzer die ahead. So Trina, do you see anything for me? I just feel, Trina, that there's a deeper question to that. Thank you. I feel like there's a deeper question to that. Do I see anything? I'm just coming back to that question because she hasn't actually come back to the, Tracy says, thank you, Pornima, hello, thank you for your message, Pornima, I just haven't had a chance to get back to you, that Trina hasn't actually got back to me with a question, so I'm just going to see if I can, Trina, I'm not sure exactly what your direct question is, but what I see for you is it feels like things are quite heavy and quite cloudy on your head. It feels like, to me, it feels like you're sitting there and you've got a cloud sitting on your head and it's quite heavy and it's quite heavy. I would suggest giving yourself some meditation space, put some music on, put a candle on, and I'd actually suggest imagining like you've got a really big fucking hairdryer and you're actually blowing the hairdryer towards the cloud and allowing that cloud to lift and actually move away from your head. I feel like that'll actually make a big difference for you, and I hope that helps. More than welcome, as I said, to reach out and give me your deeper question, but that's what I'm getting for you at the moment. So I want to say thank you once again so much. I am always in deep gratitude for everyone that logs on and sends me messages via email and here. Without you guys, I can't do this for you. And I do really love actually popping on here, and I know the spirit world loves doing it as well. But I actually very much enjoy it, and I really want to say thank you and I appreciate it. If you're wanting to have a reading from me, I am doing Zoom calls at the moment. They're exactly the same as live. You just obviously can't touch me. Not that you can touch me when we're doing a Zoom, not face to face anyway. That's a bit wrong, isn't it? But it's look, it's a little bit different doing a Zoom call, but it's still exactly the same energy. You'll still get what you need to receive. So I do Zoom calls, readings, 1 hours, and I also have the option there of doing a 6-month forecast or a 12-month forecast. I had a beautiful lady pop to the shop door during the week and actually let me know that her 6-month is coming up and she's going to be booking in us again because apparently I was right on mark, and she couldn't believe how on mark I was. And also I've got 3 questions for the price of 2. I'll pop these links below if you're interested. Just reach out, more than happy to help. Is there anything else I need to say? I just love you guys. Keep safe, look after yourselves, stay well, and I will see you next Wednesday. Bye.